I'm Aaron Goldman, CMO at MediaOcean and Innovid, and I'm here with Keri Degroote, SVP Research and Analytics at SiriusXM Media. And we are here at this ski lodge by MediaOcean during CES to turn up the volume on what's next in audio measurement.
Woohoo!
Get excited. So as marketers carve their path through an unpredictable media landscape, digital audio keeps proving it can cut through the noise. So we want to focus on why audio has become an essential layer of modern media strategy, from incremental reach and cross-channel synergy to next-level measurement. We'll unpack how audio and omnichannel platforms are working in lockstep to bring more precision, transparency, and accountability to the space. And we're going to do it all in about 5 minutes. How does that sound, Keri?
Amazing.
You ready? All right, so you're in for a treat today. Okay, so we're seeing digital audio really accelerate. From your vantage point, what's driving audio's momentum?
Well, I think audio has always been with us in our day-to-day lives, be it if it's in the car, on a run, while we're cooking. But I think two things have really floored it to the next level. And one just being technology in general. I don't know if you've been to the convention center yet. I was there last night, and you'll see everything is still about audio. It'd be new earbuds or speakers, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. And then the second is different content, podcasting, right? And in terms of podcasting, what also is very unique about it is the content creator. It really has a personalization and touch point with the listener that nobody else has.
So where do you think marketers are underestimating the impact of audio?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a lot of help in this area from third-party vendors like Edison that reports out all the time that over 4 hours a day is spent in listening to audio. That's like 20% of your time spent a day. However, we're only seeing about 4% of ad revenue coming our way in audio. So we're clearly underrepresented, and it's our job at SiriusXM to try to get us to that next level, maybe 6% next year.
Hey, we'll take it.
Yeah.
So one of the big shifts we've seen is around measurement. And so how is better measurement helping brands feel more confident increasing their investment in audio?
Yeah. All right. So clearly, you know from your own day-to-day life and how you consume audio, audio is not a last click. And so we had to figure out how to best measure audio. And we're doing this in multiple ways. We're doing this first by partnering with the best-in-class third-party vendors. We're doing it with using Innovid to seamlessly send our data to media mix modelers. And it's just making sure that we have these tight integrations and we're able to send our data in an automated way in the right taxonomy to everyone and everyone.
And I think that's super important. The partnership, of course, that we have and the focus on being able to offer kind of that independent measurement so that there is trust embedded in it. And that trust then ultimately uplifts the ecosystem and provides that confidence.
Absolutely.
Where does media mix modeling come into play?
Well, I think, media mix modeling 20 years ago used to be, the thing, right? And then it seemed to go away for many, many years, but it is back with a vengeance, isn't it? And, it's used a couple times a year, typically, for those planning purposes to allocate big budgets. And sending impression level data, again, in the right format is super, super important. And for audio to play, we need to be in there. If we can't send it ourselves through a first party automated way, that's when we can send it through an Innovid, because you're already probably tagging it anyways.
Yeah, and then that can, of course, drive the optimization. So it's not like, an annual sort of, all right, let's do a whole look back and then, plan forward. We can keep continuing to iterate. And
Absolutely. It's like the pipes are already built for us.
Yeah, amen. Okay, so when we look across CTV, social, display, and audio, each channel kind of brings something unique. How do you see audio contributing to incremental reach and deeper engagement?
Well, first and foremost, what makes us unique is that you don't have to be in front of a screen, right? And it's audio. It can just be in your earbuds while you're running or anywhere. I think we've seen through third party, as well as our own first party data, that adding audio to a media plan can bring incremental reach up to 50 points in some cases with the right channel mix. Absolutely, it's huge.
Another, of course, unique aspect, because it's in your ear, is the creative.
Yeah.
And so maybe talk a little bit, what are some of the trends that you're seeing in the creative space? People are saying it's having kind of a renaissance right now. Do you see it that way, and how are you all approaching it?
Yeah, so, the creative is a very intimate experience when it comes to specifically podcasting because of what I mentioned earlier. It's really a trusted, person on the other end. And because of that, the ad is even more memorable versus just always thinking about reach. It's more of an engagement tactic. And you need to separate those because it is two different things.
And how are you involved in helping with the creative for your advertisers?
Yeah, so there's two different things that make SiriusXM Media unique. One is we have an in-house studio called Studio Resonate. We're here at CES, and what we're showing all of our clients is that when you pair music with something like a glass of wine while you're thinking of an experience like a Paris, it can really bring back a memory, and music can do that. It's really the power of audio.
Yeah, the emotion,
Yeah.
and it's definitely in a world of short attention spans.
Yeah.
The more that you can kind of make yourself memorable and then tell that story, and create those little earworms that then resonate throughout the day. So I'm guessing that might be why you chose the name for your studio.
Absolutely. And Aaron, also, I have to mention AI, of course, because we're here at CES. And what's great about AI in our world is that it can make quick, creative, and it opens up a whole other revenue stream with the smaller and the medium-sized advertisers that may not have had an entry point before. Now we have synthetic voices, and we have a on-platform way to just seamlessly be able to get creative for any advertiser using
That's great.
AI.
Yeah, we're seeing a big accelerator out of AI as well. The idea of just being able to create multiple versions, to personalize, and also just kind of react quickly to what you're finding in the insights and making some of those tweaks. The barrier to entry is now a lot lower.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need to have big production budgets to be able to get in market and be reactive to drive with your audience. So it is great. Okay, so fast forward 1 year. We're back here in the ski lodge. We're unwinding from our long day, not skiing, but meetings as one does here, walking the show floor. What do you think we'll be talking about in 12 months?
Well, what I hope we're not talking about is how hard audio is to measure. I hope what we're talking about, here. What we're talking about is how we are able, specifically SiriusXM Media, to seamlessly send our data to any advertiser, to any third party, to any modeler, be it automated via using Innovid, but we're in the game, we're showing the value of audio. It's important that we're right by search and CTV and everybody else, and we know that that's important. So it's all about getting our data quickly and automated to everywhere.
And that's a big part of what our partnership helps unlock, and making sure that audio is part of the omnichannel mix, so that all of our advertisers can reach their consumers and drive the outcomes they want and need. And yes, if we're not talking about measurement, we'll probably still be talking about AI in some way. That's inevitable.
We'll still be talking about AI.
But we'll look forward to talking about all the great outcomes that we've helped drive.
Yeah, then we'll have a bunch of case studies by then.
Amen to that. So, well, thanks a lot for joining me here at Après Ads. Keri, we had a lot of fun, and I hope everybody at home found this valuable.
Thanks, Aaron.
Cheers.